the bill that would clarify that gender-affirming healthcare services, I believe is the definition on line 26, that it will be further included in that protection that was described by the chairman. And I just have a few questions about this. The first one I have is, do we make other exceptions for medical malpractice in any other case besides the items that are included in the underlying statute that we're addressing here, which includes reproductive health services primarily, but then will now include gender-affirming healthcare through you?
To you, Senator, I wanted to make two things super clear. I don't think I was clear enough in my description of the bill. So the gender-affirming care protections are already in law. They're just codified in a different set of statutory sections. So this would just take care of that duplicative nature of it and put them in the same set of statutory sections just based on a definitions change. I do also want to make the point that the protections of this bill do not apply to any lawsuit between a patient and their provider. So it does not protect against medical malpractice suits. If it's a cause of action we would have here in the state of Connecticut, and it's between the provider and the representative the patient or the representative and their provider, then they would still be able to pursue that lawsuit to the same extent as they are today.
Thank you very much for that information, Mr. Chairman. If that's the case, then I'm failing to understand the reason for the bill that is before us. Is there any substantive change in the current law by adding this statute if this becomes law through you?
To you, Senator, the substantive changes would be it would improve privacy protections. It would the non-enforcement of certain federal procedures would be substantive, and the clarification or explicit inclusion of telehealth. Those would be the substantive changes. What was the last thing you said? Explicit inclusion of explicit inclusion of telehealth, which I believe is already included in the law, but this would make it explicit.
Understood. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, it gets a little complex, especially with this particular bill that's before us, which is 15 pages long, but almost every section is nothing more than adding gender-affirming healthcare services and then referring to another statute. So you've got to kind of go chase down the other statutes to know exactly what's going on. I'll just say, as a matter of, as far as the subject matter goes, I mean, this is obviously a topic that has strong opinions on all sides of it. I don't think that it's in the best interest of the state of Connecticut to be perpetuating policies like this. Even if this is existing law, I don't see the reason to go down this path once again. I'd like to see it reversed. For me, I believe that the first order of business, especially listening to the testimony that we've heard for children, minors that are experiencing gender dysphoria, should be counseling. Number one, they should really be spending time and investigating the situation. I think it's, in my view, a criminal act to prescribe medication, hormones, puberty blockers, and certainly to perform any type of surgical intervention on a minor because of their confusion over their gender identity. I really I think that's the kind of thing that in many cases is worked out over a period of time. Certainly, adult people should be able to make whatever decisions they want to. I would be the first person to defend someone's choices and live their lives as they choose. But for me, that is cosmetic surgery, whether they believe it helps them justify their internal view of themselves, then in my view, God bless them. But when it comes to minors, I believe that this type of medical intervention is criminal in nature, and I think we should be prosecuting people and not protecting them. I just wanted to be on the record. Thank you.